Hi everybody, Bohus here for Fotodioxpro.com, and in this video we're going to be looking at this adapter. This is the Fotodiox C-mount to micro 4/3 adapter, and we found that it works awesome with the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera. Now these adapters are really easy to use with C-mount lenses. You just screw that on like so, look for the red dot, line them up, and bang, you're ready to shoot. Now you may wonder, why should you care about C-mount lenses? Aren't those old? Well, yeah, that's the exact reason you should care, because there are thousands of them and they're cheap. You know, not only is the adapter pretty cheap, these lenses are very, very cheap. And they work especially well with the Pocket Cinema Camera because a lot of these lenses, most of these lenses don't vignette. If you put this on a larger sensor, micro 4/3 camera, you might get some vignetting, which some filmmakers and photographers don't care. You just crop in, especially like the GH4 crowd. You've got a lot of extra room in that big 4K picture to crop in. But if you're shooting from the hip with your Pocket Cinema, you're pretty much ready to go with these cheap lenses right away. So let's take a look at these lenses now. This actually isn't an old lens. This is a new lens. It is a Fujian TV lens. It is a 35mm with a 1.7 max aperture. And what's great about it? It was 25 bucks shipped. I found it on eBay. There are lots of these kind of security camera lenses, or this is a TV lens, which is more what you want. But it's amazing, 25 bucks you get a lens. But let's get into the vintage. Now, where do you find vintage lenses? Well, you can go on eBay and stuff like that. Me, I'm a big flea market and swap meet kind of guy. Now, we got this lens at a flea market on a camera. So for 30 bucks, you basically get a cool camera you put on your shelf and a cool lens that you put on your Pocket Cinema camera. And this is a Bausch & Lomb 26mm with a 1.9 max aperture, Animar lens it's called. And you can see the results we're getting right now. Basically, for really cheap, you get access to awesome lenses throughout all of kind of film history. I'm a Bolex guy myself. I've got a ton of Bolex lenses. Bell & Howell, they made a lot of great C-mount lenses. And you can experiment. Now, sometimes your experiments aren't gonna work. Okay, like we got this guy right here. We were really excited to finally get to use this gigantic lens. The mount is right, just sadly, doesn't work. For some reason, we just get a solid color on the screen. So that's a case where it didn't work that great. Or here's this lens. Now this lens should work, but just because of the way this mount is built, it really won't fit on the camera correctly. So we didn't get to use this Sony Zoom. But for cameras like this guy, this is an old black and white Portapak camera. It's a Sony, probably from the 60s or the 70s. I got this at a flea market for like 10 bucks. I don't know where it came from, but it's a cool, oh wait. Okay, it's from Texas A&M. If you're from Texas A&M and you're mad, look, I've never seen this camera before in my life. I don't know where it came from. But basically I was interested in this zoom and this little guy that was included. The zoom kind of vignetted in a way I didn't like, but this is a Soligor television lens, 12.5mm, 1.9 max aperture. And with the crop factor on these little cameras, I found that the 12.5mm looked awesome. And this lens has clearly been around the block a few times. It's got a big dent in it. But here I am, I can use cool vintage lenses that are really cheap. Now, you don't have to rely on your own guesswork to figure out which lenses are gonna work and which don't. There's an awesome database at gorillafilmmakers.tv. We've linked it down below. And they've got a whole growing list of lenses and what they look like on these kinds of cameras. They're gonna give you a great idea of what's gonna vignette and what's not gonna vignette. But for me, part of the fun is just kind of buying random camera stuff and attaching it to my Pocket Cinema. Now don't forget, if you want to get a Fotodiox C-mount to micro 4/3 adapter of your own, just click the link down below this video. You'll see a page with all kinds of info about it and how you can order it. And don't forget to subscribe by clicking here. You'll get more videos just like this one. My name is Bohus. Thanks for watching.